Hi, come check out Velocity Clubhouse.
Velocity Clubhouse is open to the public, and we have a large facility for any of your sporting needs. Whether it's hitting, pitching, volleyball, or practice on the same court as the Housers, try our baseball simulator. Work one-on-one with experienced coaches. Schedule your next birthday party or gathering with Velocity Clubhouse of Stevens Point. 715-254-0505.
Hi, come check out Velocity Clubhouse.
Velocity Clubhouse is open to the public, and we have a large facility for...
All right, welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the bottom of the first inning. And Stevens Point leads DC Everest 2-0. Here as we get set to start the bottom of the first, it will be DC Everest up to bat. Leading off for them, it's Kyler Soppe, the shortstop, due up Soppe, Nick Cotter, and Chris Wiesman, the designated hitter. Starting on the mound tonight for the Sixers is Josh Opiola.
Leading off the inning, the shortstop, number 16, Kyler Soppe.
Again, DC Everest comes into this one 0-2. Stevens Point comes in 2-1. Stevens Point coming off a loss to Anago on Tuesday night. Here's the pitch from Opiola. That one's fouled off. 0-1 to Soppe. That one hits the strike zone. 0-2 now. Soppe with a bit of a hole to dig himself out of here. The 0-2 pitch. That one just misses for a ball. One-two to Soppe. Soppe swings, fouls it off. Now 1-2 to Soppe. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and missed. Kyler Soppe goes down swinging for out number one.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 7, Nick Cotter.
As leadoff out for Stevens Point. It's a strikeout for Opiola, and out of the 2 spot in the order, it's third stop Nick Cotter. And Cotter looks at a strike on the first pitch. The 0-1. That one swung on, grounded right to Opiola on the mound. He throws to first for out number 2.
Now batting,
So Cotter grounds out.
number 22.
Now to the 3 spot in the order, it's designated hitter Chris Wiesman. So a couple of quick outs here to start the bottom of the first. Now Wiesman will try to keep the inning alive. And here is Wiesman again. Opiola on the mound for the Sixers. And that's called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch swung on, popped up, out of play. Fouled off. 0-2 the count now to Wiesman. That one high. Ball 1 now to Wiesman. 1-2 the count. Nobody on and 2 outs to Chris Wiesman. It's a 2-1 pitch. 1-2 pitch, rather, swung on and missed for out number 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Josh Opiola, and it's 3 up and 3 down. The score remains 2-0 after 1 full inning of play. We'll step aside, be back with more American Legion baseball right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great childcare you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the top of the second inning as Stevens Point leads DC Everest 2-0 after 1 full inning of play. And it's Stevens Point up to bat here in the top of the second. Left fielder Ty Giese will start things off. It's the 8-9-1 spots due up for the Sixers. That's called strike 1 to Giese. So 0-1 the count here to Giese. Of course, the Sixers in the first inning had 4 hits, scored 2 runs. That one misses. Ball 1. It's 1-1 now to Giese. Misses again. Ball 2. 2-1 the count now. And that's swung on by Giese, fouls it off. Evens up the count now at 2-2 to Ty Giese. Here's the 2-2 pitch, swung on, hit out there into left field, fouled off. And the count remains 2-2. Here's the 2-2 count to Ty Giese. Leadoff batter here in the second inning. Giese fouls that one off and out of play. Stays alive in the count. And Giese hits that one out into right field. It's a base hit. A leadoff base hit for Ty Giese. And the Sixers back on base here in the second inning. Now to the 9 spot in the order, it's designated hitter Mason Furcus. It's Furcus's first at-bat of the night. And Sherrick on the mound for DC Everest. And puts the bunt down, fouls it off. Count now 0-1 to Mason Furcus. Sherrick taking his time. And the 0-1. Furcus hits that one out into right center field, and that will be caught for out number 1 as Giese slides back to first. So Furcus flies out to right for out number 1. And now back to the top of the order for the Sixers. It's center fielder Bennett Klisch. He had a base hit his first at bat and then was tagged out trying to come home. That one misses for ball 1 to Klisch. The 1-0. Klisch grounds that one to third. They go to second for out number 1. Throw to first. They make a call. Call them safe. So they get the lead out at second. Giese heading to second. So 2 outs now in the top of the top of the second as Klisch reaches on the fielder's choice. And a quick meeting on the mound between Sherrick and Cotter. Runner at first and 2 outs for the Sixers. That one misses. Throw to second. Giese trying to steal, and he will have the stolen base. Or excuse me, Klisch will have the stolen base. So Klisch in scoring position at second with shortstop Blade Nevedomski now up to bat. Looking at the 1-0 count. That one misses again. 2-0 now to Nevedomski. Rather, that one's grounded over to first, and that'll be an easy out, number 3 for DC Everest. And Stevens Point, 1 hit, no runs scored. They leave 1 stranded. It's 2-0 Sixers. We'll step aside, be back with more American Legion baseball right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the bottom of the second inning. But first, don't miss Fleet Farm's Countdown to Summer event. Save on everything for outdoor work and play, from lawn and garden tools to grilling and fishing gear. Save today. Fleet Farm, proudly serving the Midwest since 1955. As
the center fielder.
It's a
number 1,
leadoff base hit for
Miller.
Mitch Danielski, the first baseman. It's DC Everest, their first hit of the game. Now to the 5 spot in the order, it's center fielder Preston Miller. And 4, 5, 6 spots have been due up here for DC Everest. We saw Danielski at the 4, now Preston Miller the 5, then it's Andrew Cotter at the 6. First pitch is a called strike to Miller. That one just misses. Evens up the count at 1-1 to Miller. It's the 1-1 from Opiola. That one misses low. Ball 2 now. 2 on the count. Runner at first and no outs here in the bottom of the second inning. The 2-1. That one swung on, grounded down third baseline, but foul. And the count evens up at 2-2 now to Preston Miller. And that was DC Everest's first hit thus far from Danielski. Miller trying to do the same as he'll chip that one off. Foul. Count remains 2-2 to Miller. Opiola checks over at first. Winds and throws. One misses. Runner stealing second, and he's safe. So Mitch Danielski successfully steals second base. And the count now runs full to Preston Miller. The 3-2 pitch. That one swung on, grounded to short. Throw to first is in time for out number 1.
Now batting.
As Mitch Danielski advances to third.
Cotter.
Preston Miller grounds out for out number 1. Now to the 6th spot in the order, it's catcher Andrew Cotter. Runner at third and 1 out for Everest. Swing and a miss. Big swing and a miss from Cotter on the first pitch. And it's 0-1. The 0-1 to Cotter. That one misses inside, ball 1. 1-1 the count now to Cotter. Swing and a miss again. And the count now 1-2 to Andrew Cotter. The 1-2 from Opiola. Another swing and a miss, and Andrew Cotter goes down swinging for out number 2. The third strikeout of the night for Josh Opiola. 2 outs now. Runner at third. As Colin Ebersol, the right fielder, comes out to some Lil Wayne. First pitch is a ball to Ebersold. The 1-0. 0-1 called strike 1. Evens up the count at 1-1 to Ebersold. Everest a hit away from putting up their first run here of the night. And Ebersold grounds that one to second, throw to first in time for out number 3, and that will do it for the second inning on one hit, no run score, one runner left stranded for DC Everest. It's 2-0 Sixers. We'll step aside, be back with more American Legion baseball right after this on Zaleski Sports.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 17 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can get you rolling again. Sherrill Tire and Service Center is your locally owned commercial and farm tire specialist. Find us at SherrillTire.com.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
Welcome back, everybody. It is 2-0 Stevens Point as we get set to start the top of the third inning. But first, Felt's Dairy is located at the Crossroad Commons in Stevens Point. Felt's Dairy is a family-friendly experience serving your favorite cheeses, ice cream, meat, and more, all grown right here in central Wisconsin. Felt's Dairy is open Monday through Saturday and 24/7 on Facebook. Leadoff batter for the Sixers is second baseman Cale Roth. It's 3-4-5 due up. Roth, Deacon Kobach, and Colby Hintz for the Sixers. First pitch misses, a ball. The 1-0. That one swung on, hit out into center field. And that'll be out number 1 as Cale Roth flies out to center. On to the 4th spot in the order. It's catcher Deacon Kobach. Kobach's 1 for 1 tonight. He's got an RBI double in his one at-bat this evening. 1 out, nobody on. Kobach hits that one out into deep right field, ranging back to make the play. And it is out number 2 as right fielder Colin Ebersold makes the play out there. Kobach flies out to right. Quick 2 outs. And it's third baseman Colby Hintz up to bat now for Stevens Point. Colby Hintz was our Highlight House player of the game in the Sixers' first matchup of the season against Appleton. They won both doubleheaders on back-to-back walk-offs. And the first pitch is a strike to Hintz. Hintz also pitched a shutout in that second game against Appleton. 1-1 now the count to Hintz. And Hintz hits that one over to short. Throw to first is in time for out number 3. So a quick 3-up, 3-down inning, and the score remains 2-0 Stevens Point. We will step aside and be back with more American Legion baseball right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at madeacustom.com. Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great...
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the bottom of the third inning. But first, Spectrum Benefit Solutions, with offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. Brennan Bartelt leading off for DC Everest. And he flies out to center, his first at-bat. So Bartelt flies out for out number 1. And now on to the 9th spot in the order. It's second baseman Pearson McDonald, his first at-bat of the game. It's 8-9-1, 2 up in the inning. We just saw number 8, Brennan Bartelt. Now number 9, Pearson McDonald. McDonald with nobody on and 1 out. Opiola on the pitch. He throws a ball. That one misses as well. It's 2-0 now to McDonald. The 2-0. Low and away. Called strike, though. The count now 2-1 to McDonald. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss from McDonald there, and the count evens up at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Inside, ball 3. And the count now runs full to Pearson McDonald. The full count pitch. Swing and a miss. No, fouled it off. So McDonald does stay alive. And that is called strike 3 as Pearson McDonald goes down looking for out number 2. So quick 2 outs. McDonald goes down looking now back to the top of the order. It is shortstop Kyler Soppe. Soppe's 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out swinging his first at-bat back in the first inning. Opiola now with 4 strikeouts on the night. Swing and a miss on the first pitch, and it's 0-1. And that one misses. Ball 1 evens up the count at 1-1 now. Here's the 1-1 to Soppe, and Soppe hits that out into deep center field, ranging back, making the play. It's out number 3 as Soppe flies out to center field. 3 up, 3 down. Stevens Point remains up 2-0 at the end of 3 full innings. We'll step aside, be back with more American Legion baseball right after this on Zaleski Sports.
First things first with Mid-State Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Mid-State Technical College.
There may be many varieties of pizza in the world, and everybody knows there's only one Polito's. Polito's Pizza in downtown Stevens Point is the home of the Big Slice. Starting with their hand-stretched dough, add in the unique Polito's recipe sauce, top it with any of their specialty pizzas made from the best ingredients, and you've got that one-of-a-kind Polito's flavor. Get in on the taste, available by the slice or by the pie for dine-in or takeout. Treat the whole family to the best tasting pizza around and find it right here in downtown Stevens Point at Polito's Pizza. There may be many varieties of pizza in the world, and everybody knows there's only one Polito's. Polito's Pizza.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the top of the fourth inning. Leading off for the Sixers, it's right fielder Asher Jordan. 6, 7, 8 spots due up for Stevens Point, and Jordan swings and misses on the first pitch. Jordan is 1 for 1 with an RBI double in his one and only at-bat tonight. Set an 0-1 count now. Sherrick on the pitch. Jordan hits that one out into left field. It will fall, and it'll be a base hit for Asher Jordan. Gets things started for the Sixers here in the fourth inning. As now we have a chance to hear from our friends as Nathan Lemanchik steps up to bat. Get comfortable this summer with Point Heating and Cooling. Point Heating and Cooling is your Lennox dealer in Stevens Point and Plover with more than 100 years of making your home and business comfortable. Sign up for planned service and receive 10% off parts and a reminder to service your furnace and central air conditioner. Call Point Heating and Cooling at 715-345-1979 and visit online at pointheating.com. 0-1 to Lemanchik. Lemanchik pops that one up. Back behind home plate and caught for out number 1. So Lemanchik flies out. He's now 0 for 2. That is out number 1. Now onto the 8th spot in the order. It's left fielder Ty Giese. Giese's 1 for 1 with a base hit. Had that base hit back in the second inning. So 1 out for Giese with a runner at first. Giese grounds that one. No, fouls it off. Now 0-1 the count to Giese. Here's the 0-1 to Giese. That one misses. Evens up the count now at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Giese grounds that one down the third base line. That is fair, and it will be a base hit for Ty Giese. He's now 2 for 2. Giese at first. Asher Jordan advances to second base. Now to the 9th spot in the order, it's designated hitter Mason Firkus with runners at first and second and 1 out. Firkus is 0 for 1. He flew out to right field back in the second inning. So Firkus have another shot here. The runner in scoring position. Another one at first. He puts a bunt down. They're going to go for the easy out at first. But Firkus does his job there. Advances runners to second and third base. Firkus have the sacrifice bunt. Ground out. And it is out number 2. Back to the top of the order. Bennett Klisch up to bat. Bennett Klisch is 1 for 1. He has a base hit and reached on a fielder's choice in his 2 at-bats. And he grounds that one to second. Throw to first in time for out number 3, and that will end the top of the fourth inning. Stevens Point leads DC Everest 2-0. After 2 hits, they leave 2 runners stranded here in the fourth. Back after this with more American Legion baseball right here on Zaleski Sports.
I really got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Central Door Solutions is the premier commercial and residential overhead door and dock equipment provider in north central Wisconsin. Our staff of trained professionals have the resources it takes to respond to emergency calls quickly. We use only the highest quality materials and top manufacturers in our overhead doors, hollow metal entry doors, dock equipment, screen doors, and much more.
Whether it's your home or business, farm or industrial, Central Door has your solution. Central Door Solutions, where personality opens doors and character keeps them open.
Central Door Solutions.
Welcome back, everybody, and it's 2-0 Stevens Point over DC Everest as we get set to start the bottom of the fourth inning, and it is DC Everest up to bat. They've had 2 3-up, 3-down innings in the first 3. They haven't gotten through more than 4 batters in an inning yet. Josh Opiola having a nice start to the game on the mound for the Sixers. He's got 4 strikeouts, and of course, thus far, he's pitching a shutout. It'll be the 2, 3, 4 spots due up for DC Everest. Nick Cotter leads off. Then it's Chris Wiesman and Mitch Danielski. Cotter looks at a strike on the first pitch. Cotter's 0 for 1 with a ground out tonight. Opiola, the 0-1. Called, strike 2. So Opiola paints the zone there. Count now 0-2 to Cotter. Opiola eyes it up. Winds and throws. Check swing. And a good check because it's ball 1. That was close. Count 1-2 to Nick Cotter. And here is the 1-2 pitch. Swung on. That one hit out into right field, ranging over, but fouled off as Cotter is able to stay alive in the count. Bottom of the fourth here at DC Everest. Nobody on. Again, leadoff batter, Nick Cotter, as Opiola sets up on the mound. Winds and throws. Cotter hits that one up the middle to second. Throw to first in time. Out number 1. As Cotter will ground out for out number 1. And now to the 3 spot in the order. It's designated hitter Chris Wiesman. Wiesman's 0 for 1 with a strikeout tonight. As Opiola steps in on the mound, and Wiesman steps into the batter's box. Pitch 1. That one grounded to second once again. Throw to first. Quick out number 2 as Wiesman grounds out on the first pitch for out number 2. And now to the 4 spot in the order. It is first baseman Mitch Danielski. Danielski is 1 for 1. He has the lone hit of the night for DC Everest. He had a base hit back in the second inning. Two outs to Danielski, and he swings on a grounder for strike 1. 0-1 to Danielski. Nobody on and 2 outs to Mitch Danielski. And here's the 0-1, low in the dirt, ball 1. Count evens up at 1-1 now to Danielski. Again, just the 1 hit thus far for DC Everest. Danielski looking to change that. He's the one that had that hit. That's strike 2. 1-2 here to Danielski. Opiola sets, winds, and throws. That's popped up, out of play, foul. And the count remains 1-2 as Danielski stays alive in the count. Danielski pops that one into foul territory and out of play. It will be a foul. Danielski hits that one out into right field, diving to make the play. Can't do it, and Danielski's going to have a stand-up double as what a great effort out there in right field by Asher Jordan, but not quite able to come up with the play, and it's a double for Danielski. And Danielski, the lone DC Everest player with a hit tonight, he's got 2. A base hit and a double. Now up to bat at center fielder Preston Miller. Miller's 0 for 1 with a ground out. He had a ground out back in the second inning. That one hits the strike zone. 0-1 now to Miller. 2 outs, runner in scoring position at second base for Preston Miller. And the 0-1 as Opiola checks over to second. Now the pitch. That one misses. Ball 1. Count evens up at 1-1. And Opiola throws to second, not in time. Danielski able to get back relatively easily there to second. And it's the 1-1 count to Preston Miller. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. Opiola got him there. And the count now 1-2 to Preston Miller. Here is the 1-2 pitch. Miller grounds that one to first, and this is going to be a tough play. An error still going. They're going to throw home. They might have him in a pickle here. They got to throw it to third, though. And they get him out in time for out number 3. Danielski trying to go home. It's out number 3. Out number 3, and Stevens Point leads 2-0. We'll step aside, be back with more American Legion action right after this on Zaleski Sports.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no one-man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
When you have a house full of kids, your water consumption is through the roof. But when the kids move out, the water usage goes down. But how long are they really gone for? With high-efficiency systems made by WaterCare, Maher Water Corporation can roll with any size-changing families. So call us today so we can help you with those water use issues. The laundry is still up to you. When you have a house full of kids,
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the top of the 5th inning here at DC Everest. Sixers up 2-0. But first, the beautiful Par 4 Resort in Wapaka is home to 18 fun-filled holes at the Foxfire Golf Club, as well as a full menu of delicious lunch and dinner options at the Par 4 Bistro. Get your friends and family together and head to the Wapaka favorite for dinner, golf, and overnight stay at Par 4 Resort in Wapaka. Sixers up to bat here in the top of the 5th inning, and it is the 2, 3, 4 spots due up, starting with Blade Nevedomski, the shortstop. Swing and a miss. I believe it's 1-1. Yep, 1-1. That one's popped up out of play, foul. And Nevedomski now faces the 1-2 count. Nevedomski is 1 for 2 on the night. He had a base hit in the first inning. He grounded out in the second. And here's the pitch. Nevedomski low. Now 2-2 to Nevedomski. Again, Logan Sherrick on the mound for DC Everest. And here's the 2-2 pitch. In the dirt, ball 3, and the count now runs full to Nevedomski. Remains 2-0. It was 2-0 after the end of the first half of the first inning, and we've stuck there. Here into the top of the fifth as Nevedomski fouls that one back. Count now full, or remains full, to Nevedomski. Here's the full count pitch. That one misses, and it's ball 4. Nevedomski is walked. And Nevedomski will take his base. Now to the 3 spot in the order, it is second baseman Cale Roth. Roth is 0 for 2 on the night. He's got a fly out to right and a fly out to center. Roth, the left-handed batter. Batting left-handed here. Sherrick on the mound. Sets, winds, and throws. Called strike 1. So the 0-1 count here to Roth. Throw to first, not in time. Nevedomski reaches first. Reaches back to first. The 0-1. That one misses high. Evens up the count at 1-1 now to Cale Roth. That one alone in the dirt. Runner stealing second. Throw to second. On time and on target for out number 1 as Nevedomski gets caught heading to second. What a throw from the catcher Andrew Cotter there. That was right on the money and right on time. As Cale Roth still up to bat. Believe it's 2-1, the count. Owns a strike. Make it 2-2. So 2-2 here to Roth. 2-2 pitch in the dirt and by Cotter, and now the count runs full. So back-to-back batters facing a full count here against Sherrick. With 1 out and nobody on. 2-0 Sixers lead. And Roth grounds that one up the middle into the gap. It's a base hit for Cale Roth. And a runner back on for Stevens Point. Now to the 4 spot in the order, it's catcher Deacon Kobach. Kobach's 1 for 2 on the night. He's got an RBI double and a fly out to right field in his 2 at-bats. Kobach, the right-handed batter. Pitch to Kobach. That one grounded to short. They're going to go for the out at first. And they got him. Out number 2 as Deacon Kobach grounds out. And that is out number 2. On to the 5 spot in the order. It is third baseman Colby Hintz. Hintz is 0 for 1 tonight with a walk and a ground out. Hintz grounds that one, but they call a foul. So he grounded it onto the ground backwards first. And it's 0-1 here to Hintz with a runner at first, or excuse me, runner at second. And 2 outs for the Sixers. Hintz looks at a high pitch. Ball 1. One and one the count here to Hintz. And that one low and in the dirt. And ball number 2, and it's now 2-1 here to Colby Hintz. Two-one count. Hintz with 2 outs and a runner at second. Sherrick checks second, now throws. That is grounded right over to third. A long throw to first. On target in time. And that is out number 3 as Colby Hintz will ground out. And that'll do it for the top half of the 5th inning. Stevens Point with 1 hit. They leave 1 runner stranded. Score none. It's 2-0 Sixers through 4.5. Back after this with more American Legion baseball after this on Zaleski Sports.
Stone Innovations, home of Wisconsin's largest granite and quartz selection, is now featuring the best stone shopping experience in the state. Our brand new indoor facility allows for a home-like, comfortable atmosphere. Choose from hand-picked stone from around the world and select the perfect look for your dream kitchen in the best lighting possible. Then sit down with our free design services to customize the look of your kitchen. Our projects come with a lifetime warranty. Stone Innovations, Wisconsin's granite and quartz leader. Appleton, Rhinelander, Clover, Madison.
This is Monogram, Clover, Wisconsin, feeding America. And these are the people who work here, proud of their jobs and the products they make.
I started out as anybody else would, on the line, 3rd shift, and I worked my way up to 1st shift and then eventually operator positions.
Monogram Foods, come grow with us.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the bottom of the 5th inning. It's DC Everest up to bat, looking to put some runs on the board. But first, Ag Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services, from loans and leases to crop insurance and tax and records. They have you covered. Contact Ag Country in Stevens Point to get started. Also, do you have questions about your retirement? As a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, Michael Smith and Associates can help. With the exclusive Confident Retirement approach, you'll work one-on-one with an advisor to develop a retirement roadmap to get you where you want to go. Call Michael Smith and Associates today at 715-341-6657. Office is located at 3241A Business Park Drive, Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Leading off here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Andrew Cotter. And it's quickly 2-0 to Andrew Cotter. Cotter's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Swings and misses on that one. Now it's 2-1 to Cotter. A 2-1 to Cotter. Cotter fouls it back. Now the count evens up at 2-2. Again, it's the 6, 7, 8 spots due up. Catcher Andrew Cotter, then Colin Ebersold and Brennan Bartelt due up. Cotter grounds that one to short. A bobble and a throw. Out number 1 as Andrew Cotter grounds out for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Now to the 7 spot in the order. It is right fielder Colin Ebersold. Ebersold's 0 for 1 on the night. Grounded out his first at bat. Now he's looking at nobody on and 1 out. Opiola the pitch. That one grounded to short again. Throw to first in time. Out number 2. And again, this is a much more cleanly played game, I think, to start it off and all the way through thus far for Stevens Point. Again, we think back to that Anago game Tuesday. A lot of errors to start off that game. They kind of got them behind early. Coach Opiola talked about a football practice that may have worn some guys out earlier in the day. But tonight, the team looks fresh and error-free thus far. 2 outs, nobody on. And it's 0-1 to left fielder Brennan Bartelt up to bat. Bartelt 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And he swings and misses on that one. Quickly 0-2 to Bartelt, and he's got a hole to dig himself out of here. Opiola, the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Brennan Bartelt goes down swinging for out number 3. And that is strikeout number 5 for Josh Opiola at the end of 5 full innings. It is 2-0 Stevens Point. We'll step aside, take a quick break, and be back with more American Legion baseball right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 17 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can get you rolling again. Sherrill Tire and Service Center is your locally owned commercial and farm tire specialist. Find us at SherrillTire.com.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no. One man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in central Wisconsin.
Welcome back, everybody. Maida Custom Apparel in Stevens Point provides quality decorated apparel from your hometown schools and summer teams to corporate and team outings, along with promotional items and sporting goods. Getting started quickly here in the top of the 6th inning. Stevens Point up to bat. The 6, 7, 8 spots due up. Asher Jordan, Nathan Lemanchik, and Ty Giese, starting with Asher Jordan. Jordan's 2 for 2 with a single and a double tonight. Faces the 1-1 count. That one misses. 2-1 now to Jordan. Sherrick sets. The lefty winds, throws, swing and a miss on a low pitch. Sherrick got Asher Jordan swinging there. 2-2. Now to Asher Jordan. And here is the 2-2 pitch. Jordan fouls it off, stays alive in the count. Give us some time to hear from our friends over at Central Door Solutions. Central Door Solutions, serving all of Wisconsin with high-quality garage doors and accessories since 2004. Jordan grounds that third base line, fouled off. Two and two the count. And Jordan swings and misses, or caught. He got a piece of that caught for out number 1. So Jordan, out number 1. Now to the 7th spot in the order. It is first baseman Nathan Lemanchik. Lemanchik's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out tonight. And Lemanchik grounds that one to short, throw to first, out number 2. As Lemanchik grounds out, it's a quick 2 outs for the Sixers. As we move on to the 8th spot in the order, left fielder Ty Giese. Ty Giese. And Giese fouls it back. Giese also 2 for 2 tonight. He's got 2 base hits in tonight's action. Oh and 1 the count here to Giese. 2 outs, nobody on. And the count now 0 and 2 to Ty Giese. The 0-2 pitch. Giese pops it up. And out of play, foul. Giese stays alive in the count.
I'm kind of scared the ball is going to fall right on us.
Sherrick winds and throws. Outside pitch. It's ball one. So 1-2 the count now to Giese. And he fouls that one off and out of play as well. Here's the 1-2 count here in the top of the 6th inning. Just about an hour underway in this one. Been a relatively... So that one is going to be grounded. Right to second. Throw to first. That's close. In time. Out number 3. So Giese grounds out for out number 3, and it's 3 up, 3 down for Stevens Point. They still lead 2-0 after 5.5 innings of play. We'll step aside. Be back with more Legion baseball after this on Zaleski Sports. Any of your sporting needs. Whether it's hitting, pitching, volleyball, or practice on the same court as the Housers, try our baseball simulator. Work one-on-one with experienced coaches. Schedule your next birthday party or gathering with Velocity Clubhouse of Stevens Point. 715-254-0505.
Hi, I'm Coach. Check out Velocity.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the bottom of the 6th inning. But first, we hear from our friends over at Velocity Clubhouse. Velocity Clubhouse offers private lessons, clinics, open gyms, and rentals of batting cages, hitting simulators, basketball courts, volleyball, and more. Up your game at Velocity Clubhouse in Stevens Point. Also, Fatheads Rapids RV. Fatheads Rapids RV just south of Wisconsin Rapids on Highway 13, where we know that life doesn't wait. Enjoy it. Leading off for DC Everest here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's the 9-1-2 due up. Pearson McDonald, the second baseman, to start things off out of the 9 spot. It's 0-1 to McDonald. Make it 0-2. It's the 0-2 count here to Pearson McDonald. One and two, the count now to McDonald. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And McDonald goes down swinging for out number 1. And that is strikeout number 6 on the night for Josh Opiola. So 1 out here, back to the top of the order. It's shortstop Kyler Soppe. Soppe's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout to center field. And Soppe hits that one hard out into right center field. It will fall in the gap. This is going to be a double for Soppe. So a stand-up double for Kyler Soppe to get things started here in the 6th for DC Everest. Runner in scoring position. Now to the 2 spot in the order. It is third stop Nick Cotter. Cotter's 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts tonight. Here's the pitch to Cotter. That one low in the dirt for ball one. So again, runner at second. One out for DC Everest. Got a chance here to get a run or two on the board. As that one's grounded right to Opiola, and Opiola, heady play there, holding the runner at second and then throwing to first for out number one. Really a heady play there by Josh Opiola. He looks right to second, kept the runner soppy, still at second base, and then quickly rotated over and made the throw to first for the ground out. Nick Cotter grounds out. Out number two. Now to the 3 spot in the order. It's designated hitter Chris Wiesman. Wiesman's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. The Opiola pitch. And that is strike one. 0-1 here to Wiesman. Runner at second and 2 outs. Wiesman looking to bring in the first run for DC Everest. And swings and misses on the second pitch as Opiola flies it by him. The count 0-2 here to Wiesman. That one just misses. Ball one now. 1-2 the count to Wiesman. Again, Josh Opiola on the mound for the Sixers. And 1-2 here to Wiesman. Here's the pitch. That one just misses outside. And the count evens up at 2-2 now. And here is the 2-2, fouled off, out of play. Out of play. It remains 2-0 here for Stevens Point. Opiola winds and throws. And that is a called strike 3 as Wiesman goes down looking for out number 3 here in the 6th inning. And Opiola has pitched a shutout through 6. He's got 7 strikeouts. It's 2-0 Stevens Point after 6 full innings of play. We will step aside, be back with the 7th inning right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the top of the 7th inning. It'll be the Stevens Point Sixers looking to add some insurance runs here in the top of the 7th. They're up 2-0 here as we get set to start the 7th inning. But first, Monogram Appetizers. Unhappy in your current job? Join the team at Monogram Foods in Plover. With 2 modern facilities and plenty of openings, make the choice to come grow with Monogram Appetizers. Also, Heartland Custom Homes. Heartland Custom Homes is Central Wisconsin's premier home builder. For 50 years, Heartland Custom Homes in Plover has kept their mission of building better living for you and your family. Also have a chance to hear from our friends over at the Stevens Point Brewery. Be sure to sit back and enjoy the handcrafted sodas from the Stevens Point Brewery. Made from 100% real sugar and high-quality ingredients. Select from a variety of styles, including Point Root Beer, Diet Root Beer, Black Cherry Cream, Orange Cream, Vanilla Cream, and Kitty Cocktail. Stevens Point Brewery supports all area student athletes. Also, thanks to our friends At Auto Select, Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. We have a pitching change for DC Everest to start the 7th inning to try to close this inning out and get DC Everest back at the plate, trying to tie it up or take the lead in the bottom of the 7th. But on the mound now for DC Everest looks like Kyler Soppe. Soppe started the game at shortstop. He'll come in to relieve Logan Sherrick.
Now pitching, number 17.
And for the Sixers, it will be the 9-1-2 spots due up. Except we have a substitution in for Mason Firkus at the 9 spot. Looks like Ty Madalena up to bat. So Ty Madalena will lead off for the Sixers with Soppe on the mound. Soppe the pitch, fouled off. 0-1. 0-1 to Madalena. So top of the 7th. Madalena, the 0-1 count. As this will be the final inning if the score holds. 1-1 the count. Soppe, the 1-1 pitch, and that's called strike 2. Down the middle from Soppe. And again, 9-1-2 spots due up, so it's Madalena here, but then Bennett Klisch and Blade Nevedomski for the Sixers. That one high. Ball 2. The count evens up now at 2-2 to Madalena. The 2-2 pitch. And that is called strike 3. Ty Madalena goes down looking for out number 1 as it's Soppe coming in and striking out his first batter here in the 7th. Back to the top of the order, it's center fielder Bennett Klisch. Klisch is 1 for 2 with a base hit and a ground out. He also reached on a fielder's choice. So 1 out here for Klisch with nobody on. Call strike 1. And Soppe is throwing strikes here in the 7th inning. It's 0-1 to Klisch. Klisch grounds that one to second. Easy throw to first, and I think I jinxed that one. The throw off the mark, and I think that's going to be an E4. An E4 allows Klisch to reach second. Looks like that just came off the hand wrong for Pearson McDonald. So Klisch reaches second on the fielder's choice, or excuse me, on the E4. Now to the 2 spot in the order at shortstop Blade Nevedomski. Nevedomski here tonight is 1 for 2 with a base hit, a ground out, and a walk. Here's Soppe on the pitch. Called strike 1 down the middle. And it's 0-1 to Nevedomski. That one misses, ball 1. 1-1 the count here to Nevedomski. Runner at second and 1 out for the Sixers, who lead 2-0 here in the top of the 7th inning. Looking to add an insurance run or 2 as they'll look to close it out in the bottom. That one misses again. And it's 2-1 the count now. 2-1 the count. Again, Stevens Point looking for win number 3. DC Everest looking for their first. The 2-1 pitch. Outside again. Ball 3 now to Nevedomski. As the sun sets here at Simon Field, DC Everest. And the 3-1 from Soppe. Swung on, fouled back. And the count now runs full to Nevedomski. Nevedomski has now faced a full count in 3 of his 4 at-bats. Swung on, chipped it back, foul. And the count remains full to Nevedomski. Again, it is Klisch there at second. He's there due to an error for DC Everest. And a relatively cleanly played game otherwise. And Nevedomski swings and misses. And it's Soppe with his second strikeout in his first inning on the mound. 2 outs. Runner at second for Stevens Point. And now up to bat, second baseman Cale Roth. Roth is 1 for 2 with a couple of flyouts and a base hit. Roth, a left-handed batter. First pitch is in the dirt for a ball. It's 1-0 now to Roth. That one swung on, fouled back as the count evens up at 1-1 now to Cale Roth. So 1-1 here from Soppe on the mound to Roth at the plate. Here is the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. One in the dirt, but it's going to get by Cotter, the catcher. But Klisch will hold up at second base as Roth now faces the 1-2 count, and Soppe is 1 strike away from having a 3 strikeout inning in his first inning on the mound tonight. Here's the 1-2 from Soppe. Swung on and missed. Cale Roth goes down swinging for out number 3 here in the top of the 7th. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Soppe. And then we head to the bottom of the 7th. DC Everest will have one last chance to try to put up 2 runs and force this into extra innings. We'll step aside, be back with the final inning of play after this on Zaleski Sports.
This is Monogram, Plover, Wisconsin, feeding America. And these are the people who work here, proud of their jobs and the products they make.
I started out as anybody else would, on the line, 3rd shift, and I worked my way up to 1st shift and then eventually operator positions.
Monogram Foods. Come grow with us.
Welcome back, everybody. It's 2-0 Stevens Point as we get set to start the bottom of the 7th inning. But first, we hear from the great folks over at Opus 5-Star Lanes. Opus 5-Star Lanes is your go-to for family fun, bowling, birthday parties, and pizza. Enjoy Opus 5-Star Lanes on Post Road in Plover. Also, Polito's Pizza. Polito's Pizza, home of the Big Slice, with locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Rothschild, and Wisconsin Rapids. Polito's Pizza is open 7 days a week at 11 a.m. Polito's Pizza is open late on Friday and Saturdays to satisfy your after-party pizza craving. In Stevens Point, your Polito's Pizza is located in beautiful downtown Stevens Point on Main Street. Final half inning of play here. Also a reminder that coming up next at the conclusion of this game is your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Go to NasonvilleDairy.com. Be sure to stay tuned for that post-game show. We'll recap this game and also the bottom of the 7th inning coming up right here. Stevens Point 3 outs away from their 3rd win of the season. DC Everest needs 2 runs to extend this one. And leading off, it's first baseman Mitch Danielski. 4, 5, 6 spots due up for DC Everest to start off. First pitch is a strike to Danielski. It's 0-1. Opiola steps back again. Opiola looking to pitch a shutout in a full 7 innings tonight. Here's the 0-1. That one way outside. Gets by Kobach at catcher, and it's 1-1 the count. Danielski is 2 for 2 tonight, so a good player to start off with here for DC Everest as he pops that one up and fouls it off. 1-2 now to Danielski. DC Everest has 3 hits in total tonight. Danielski has 2 of them. He singled in the 2nd and had a double in the 4th inning. He'll look to get things started here for DC Everest, but he faces the 1-2 count here. And it's Josh Opiola on the mound for the Sixers tonight. He started on the mound and looking to finish on the mound as well. Here's the 1-2. Outside. Evens up the count at 2-2 here to Danielski. Danielski hits that one hard into left field, but foul. And Danielski close to a big hit there for this DC Everest squad. And Danielski batting out of the 4th spot tonight. Leading off here in the bottom of the 7th for DC Everest. And Opiola, the 2-2 pitch, swung on, fouled back, out of play. Count remains 2-2 to Danielski. But again, we have not had a run scored in this game by either side since the 1st inning. Stevens Point in the top of the 1st put up 2 runs. Since then, nothing. Swing and a miss. Danielski goes down swinging, and that is strikeout number 8 for Josh Opiola, and that's out number 1. The Sixers need 2 more to close this one out. 8 strikeouts for Josh Opiola. Had it right. Now up to bat, it's center fielder Preston Miller. Miller's 0 for 2. Nobody on, 1 out. First pitch called strike. Here's the 0-1 to Preston Miller. Miller checks his swing, and a good check there. It's a ball. Evens up the count at 1-1 now to Preston Miller. One pitch. That one called strike 2. 1-2 the count now. And Stevens Point are going to come out with the shutout win tonight. And that one misses, evens up the count at 2-2. And Miller hits that one out into left field over the outstretched glove of Nevedomski, and that's a base hit for Preston Miller, and that's all you need if you're DC Everest to try to get things started for you. Preston Miller with the base hit. Now to the 6th spot in the order, it's catcher Andrew Cotter. Cotter's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out tonight. So runner at first and 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. And that's called strike 1. So again, this one far from over. DC Everest just got to get on a little run at the plate and could quickly be a tie ball game. Left-handed batter Cotter. 0-1 pitch. Misses. Evens up the count at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to Cotter. And he swings and misses on that one. Andrew Cotter now down 1-2 in the count. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Cotter goes down swinging for out number 2, and that is strikeout number 9 for Josh Opiola. What a night Opiola has had out there on the mound. And he is 1 out away from completing the shutout and getting a win 2-0. Up to bat now to try to stop that from happening. It's right fielder Colin Ebersold. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs tonight. 2 outs. Or rather, we do have a substitution in for Ebersold. Braxton Olson at the plate. First pitch to Olson is a strike, so this is Olson's first at-bat of the night. Olson will take over. And Olson hits that one pretty hard out into left field. And it'll be caught for out number 3. And that will do it. The Stevens Point Sixers take down the DC Everest post 492 Legion baseball team here tonight. Stevens Point improves to 3-1 on the season as DC Everest falls to 0-3. Coming up next, your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. Go to NasonvilleDairy.com. We'll step aside, be right back with your Nasonville post-game show right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Welcome back, everybody, and welcome into your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds, Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. And tonight we saw the Stevens Point Sixers take down DC Everest 2-0. And again, we look at the runs breakdown. Stevens Point came out hot at the plate, started off 2-0 at the end of the first inning, and they rode that lead all the way home, finished it out with a 2-0 win here tonight. And again, you look at the breakdown here is again Josh Opiola, starting pitcher for the Sixers. He started and finished this game, played all 7, and he struck out 9 and shut out the DC Everest post 492 Legion team. Quickly, to go through your batting stats for both sides. DC Everest, it was Soppy 1 for 3, Cotter 0 for 3, Weisman was 0 for 3, Danielski was 2 for 3, Miller 1 for 3, Andrew Cotter was 0 for 3, Ebersold was 0 for 2, Braxton Olson 0 for 1, Bartelt 0 for 2, McDonald 0 for 2, and for the Sixers, it was Bennett Klisch 1 for 2, Blade Nevedomski was 1 for 3, Roth 1 for 4, Kobach was 1 for 3, Colby Hintz was 0 for 2, Astor Jordan 2 for 3, Lemanchik 0 for 3, Giese was 2 for 3, and Furkis was 0 for 3. 0 for 2, and Madalena was 0 for 1 for Stevens Point. So the Sixers get the win 2-0 here tonight. That brings us to the end of the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. Go to NasonvilleDairy.com. So from all of us at Zaleski Sports, my name is Cale Jacoby, thanking you for joining us here tonight, and we will see you all next time right here on Zaleski Sports.